What's up, everybody? This is Naked H Crusader, part of Naked eSports. We're about to begin the Naked Pro Scrims. It is exactly 8 o'clock, so that's right. We're about to begin. We have a lot of good teams for you today. Should be a full 25-team list. Let me show you guys what the team list looks like. Here you have it. Obviously, my vote, as always, as you know, is Naked eSports, but I do pick a second place, well, let's say a second team that might have a chance of winning. So those are my projections. I believe this time around, I'm just taking a look at all the different teams. I'm going with Voltage. Voltage is my team to win it all with Naked eSports. One of those two teams are going to take home the chicken dinner, and I believe it's one of those. So let's go. Let's see the teams that we have in the room. Oh, we're just about to begin, as you can see. So I'm not wasting any moments of any time. We're going right to the game. I think we have roughly 90 players in the room. We'll take a look right when it gets into it. We'll see how many exactly there is. But this is the 17th week of the Naked Pro Scrims. If this is something that you want to compete in, yeah, it's open to everybody to register. Now, you have to register beforehand. And to register beforehand, what you'll need to do is go to the Discord of Naked eSports, and it's very simple. Go to that link that's attached to my profile in Omelette, in Twitch, and then all you have to do, and it's pretty simple from there, go to registration, and you'll see it all there. So, hold on, let me turn off my other side, because you'll start hearing me for some reason, and that's not something we want. Double me is not always a good me. I'm going to tell you that much. So here we go. We're about to get in. The first one is Miramar. Let's take a look at what the map holds for us. The plane ride is a pretty much diagonal straight through the center of the map. I don't think we're going to have much issue here. And it looks pretty good. I'm expecting a lot of teams to jump. Maybe Los Leones is a possibility. Azahar. Looks like some are already going to the military area up top north. You might see some people going to the South Island. It's going to be a little difficult to get to El Pozo from here, but you might see some teams try to take a car over and make it over. Now, I think Miramar is probably, at least in the United States, this is just my opinion, I don't know if the stats really back it up, but I don't think a lot of people play Miramar in the US. It's a place where a lot of people need practice if they want to compete in the big stage here. But I think this is a map that is not accustomed to US players now. That being said, you have a lot of these teams who have played in Miramar many, many times, and I expect them to know where the cars, to know where other vehicles may be in order to get to places around the map that they can get to without being completely wiped out in the beginning by dropping in the same place other teams are. That being said, let's take a look at some of the teams that have landed next to each other, because that's what I like to see the most. It looks like Team 13 with the Lethal Gamers looting up the northern side of Azahar, and Team 4, who I believe is, let's take a look and see who Team 4 is. ATTP. So it looks like one of their members is kind of drifting closer to ATTP. They're not quite close enough where there might be a battle. I think it'll be a while. 13's going back over to his teammates. So just in case, we're going to take a look at some other places that might have battling going on. Oh, I thought there was one going to be right there, but it wasn't. We're going to change it up here. We got this team here, Unknown Soldiers. We know them from a few times. And it looks like Naked's just landing now with a parachute. Is that going to be an issue? They might have seen them, and I don't know what Team 24 is going to do. Are they going to go to a different spot now because of that? I think so. I think they're driving away. They saw Naked just landing, and now it's their time to shift to another place. Take that vehicle over to a town over, possibly. Maybe find their way home to another place where they can loot. Now you got Team 21 with Vital. They're the ones right next to Naked here. So there were two teams in this one area already. That's a good idea for Unknown Soldiers to kind of keep it, to get away and get to a different spot. Now, I wonder what Team 21 is going to do. Do they know that Naked just landed? Or are they just kind of walking into it now? Let's take a look from the aerial point of view. Now here you go. You have one member. It looks like just one member actually just floated here. That's Naked Finn. Now he's all by himself. They might hear the footsteps, but it doesn't seem like it. They're not very carefully aware of anyone in that building. Now Naked might know because he has the upper view point and can look out the window, but maybe he doesn't even know. And we're going to move on because we know in the beginning there could be a lot of action. And like just like this, Team 19 right next to Team 4. It looks like Sure Shot just got finished off right there. And he's the only one down for his team. Let's see what else is going on here. So obviously the rest of Lethal Gamers here on Team 19 realize that there are enemies around. You have Queens here with Queens Courtney and Slim Lady. It looks like they're the ones who took out Sure Shot. And now they're getting return fire with that mini. It sounds like a mini, which is a nice sniper weapon who can where you can shoot quite often and rapid fire, but you can't hold down the button for automatic. Now obviously Queens know that they're there given their shots. You also have In Pan We Trust a little bit down the road. I doubt anyone knows they're there, so it looks like Queens might have an interesting spot here. No one's in the middle in between two teams, which is kind of good for Queens here. They're close to being in between. If Team 5 crosses the road, that might cause trouble. Now it looks like Slim Lady looks like she was just taken down. Will Lethal Gamers make a push? They only have 2 people. They might be a little careful to do that, and it looks like they are being careful. They're not crossing the road quite yet. Not a bad idea, although you're still in a spot where you need to figure out what to do next. And that might be to escape or to fight. Hard to say. We're going to look at Team 17 down here now. And this place is pretty big down here by this port, but we'll see how this goes. This is Ruthless Killers, Lady Ruthless Killers. They're going right close up to Team 10. Maybe Tensi didn't realize. Tensi has a spare knuckles out. No, he's got a weapon. Scar, the nice weapon to have, very accurate. Kind of like an M4. And you have Team 10 here. This is Rebels. Hanging in the same spot. Now, given how close one of Ruthless Killer's players were, I'm assuming they now know that there's enemies around. And it looks like the movement from Ruthless Killers has slowed down, and it looks like they're being more careful as they go around. They're still looting, because they still need the weaponry, it seems, and the ammo. Now, Team 10's really close together. This isn't a bad looting strategy. You want to stay close in order, in case you find teams around you, that you can heal and you can revive your teammates. But at the same time, you're not getting as much loot as you possibly can get if you spread out. So it looks like Ruthless Killers have done the spreading out where they can get different loot. And I'm wondering how Rebels are looking. If they have the loot already, then they're in a great spot. Being together, moving as a team, not a bad idea. So as Rebels move south, they're moving to 1 player. And that looks like it's Sattery. Anyway, Sattery is just in this house right now. Oh no, she's outside of it. I'm wondering how they're going to play this out. Ruthless is surrounding Rebels, but will Rebels be able to break out of this pinch? Having the numbers against Sattery, that will definitely help them out. At the same time, you got to be careful. As Jay White is crossing, it looks like, I'm guessing Sattery saw that. In all this movement, Chloe must know. They must hear each other now, that's for sure. Fappy's being very careful by that wall on the outside, as you can see on your right. And shots go down. Fappy getting hit from behind. Didn't realize that there was other players. And it looks like Ruthless Killers is in the advantage here, getting a few hits also on Laura. And then goes down. So 2 people left on Rebels just like that. Jay White also having an issue here. Trying to hit Chloe. Does hit her down. Sattery, can she do it? No. But that'll be okay. And while they got knocked, they will get the revive and continue on. So that is a great move from Ruthless, doing a nice surrounding move. take notes, everybody. You don't always want to be together as a team. You do want to have one person flanking sometimes, so you can get the surprise attack from behind. Now here we go. We have unknown soldiers here again, and it looks like one of their players is getting kind of close. So I'm going to take spectating that, because this town is huge, by the way, and those two teams that you can see on the top right of your map might not even hear each other, even though it looks like they should be. You have unknown soldiers here. Snowback, leader of unknown soldiers, is looking out. And you also have mercenary Spartan here on the 3rd floor. So mercenaries are moving in the houses, on the ground. Meanwhile, unknown soldiers has been hanging in this house, or in this building. They're the ones who passed Naked and Vital in the beginning. They were trying to get a spot to loot. They realized people were there and they moved out. They moved here instead, it seems. We're going to take a quick look around the map, make sure we don't miss any of the other action. It looks like people are spread out pretty well now. That initial battling it out kind of slowed down now. It looks like some people got kills here. We got 74 people alive, so it seems like possibly 15 to 20 people have died. We're going to move around, so, well, they're close. They're so close right here, and I don't want to miss it, but at the same time, this is going to be a trench war. Having these buildings, even if you get a knock, I don't expect to see a lot of people. Ooh, they're taking cars. They're getting out. So never mind. They are not as close as I thought they were going to be. Will they shoot from back there? I don't think so. Not the angles here. So we're going to move on. Team 9 and 3 look fairly close. There's not a lot of cover here either, especially for Angel in this spot. Now, oh, all right. Let's see what he's at. So Angel's is hiding it out. What's going on, Angel? Where's your team? Your team's not even here. What's going on? So it looks like ONF, they're the team that just came in, literally. They just got access to the room like 10 minutes ago. And that's given the time that we've already played. So it seemed like they need to quickly get somebody in, and that was him. So here we go. We have team 3 here on the edge. Looks like they're still looting up. Doesn't seem like they've encountered anything. They're looking for the plane, seeing where it's headed, where that loot will be. Trying to get a beat on the next point where battles will occur. We'll just keep an eye out here. It looks like Team 9 is not going to make a move at all. Angel's being very cautious. Being the only one, you got to survive. I get it. Get it. And that's just what you have to do. Ooh, what's this? Okay, Team 12 in the house. It looks like Team 4 just passed by in a vehicle. TG Mad Max with top guns here. They got the church and a few houses as this renders in. It's so weird when it doesn't render in. But it'll render in just in a moment, just like that. So they have 4 still. They don't have any kills. They just see some people driving by. They're not going to attack. Oh, there they go. But a little late. ATTP. Those are the people who are driving by. They may have been just the scouts trying to figure out who's around. Looks like Mad Max, at least, is being very cautious, not trying to get blindsided from the back just because they drove by. And it doesn't seem like they've stopped. So it still seems like Top Gun's in a good spot. Ooh, what's that? What's that skin? Is that a bear? Nice. I like it. That's a very cool van. You don't want to face that. Anyway, we're going to move on to Team 9 because they are right on top of Team 3. It looks like ONF has actually moved out. And I don't know. I mean, they are so close right now. I'm surprised they don't notice each other right there. How did you not notice him? He's moving around it, I think. Okay, now he's realized he hears it. And he has to stick around. This is not looking good. One's on top. one is only on top, actually. The rest of their teammates are not around. If you can take this person out, that'd be great. But he's just going to stick right there and wait for his teammates to come down. Teammates are coming down on the other side. It's not looking good. All they have to do is peek over this hill. And ONF Angel's going to get hit hard. Angel's trying to get out of the way. Angel's hanging right at the wall. Oh, man. One hit at a time, but that's it. So ONF Angel could not survive on his own. And Team 3 will get the kill. Let's take a look at Team 15. We're just going to take a look at random teams here. Looks like this is Sons of Anarchy. They got a vehicle, at least a buggy. They're going to need more than that if they want to get around as a team. But I think they do. They have another truck on the other end. Having somebody on the buggy is not a great idea, but at the same time, your fourth would just be, or your third would just be on the pickup. So you'd still be on the outside. Either way, this will work, I guess, and they'll move to different points on the map with vehicles. Take a look at Team 11 as they're kind of close to Team 7. Now here's my pick. One of my picks for winning it all, other than Naked, it is Voltage. Looks like they battled it out. They're a little worn from battle. They got one lost, Dragon. And the other members of their team have been taking some hits. They haven't got a kill yet, which does not help out their cause, even though they've been through some battles. Yeah, Bolt Action Warriors in the horizon, but they're moving away from them, so they'll be in a spot where they won't be battling it out. Now, Team 6, they're driving right to them. Now, Team 6 is... I don't know if they're going to battle, because they probably hear that car. They see it go by. Only with a red dot with the scar is not going to help them in that situation. They hear the other vehicle, and that vehicle is gone too. So, it looks like this team will not be attacking at the moment. This could be quite interesting. You have all members of Naked alive, and it looks like War just took out some members there, so we're gonna try to see what that happened. We're gonna see what this is, so oh, my bad on that. Alright, here we go. Team 23 and 17. You got MFD against Ruthless Killers, and Ruthless Killers just had one knocked. I think it got taken out as well. They're still shooting down on the car. Almost getting a knock there. That was pretty far away, too, at the time. But still, Ruthless Killers would get away for the moment. And they're going to... Looks like MFD is going to take the loot here for now. Here we go back to Voltage. It looks like they see somebody in the distance. Car 98 shots. Both Action Warriors. It looks like they got one knock though, so Troopers has to be very careful not to overexpose himself. It looks like they're both shooting at each other. So even though you have a Car 98 with an 8x scope, doesn't mean you're going to win the battle of a long distance shot. They're trying to get views here. It looks like Wolf getting hit too. 4x scope, and from behind, Team 6 is third partying this. And it looks like they do get hit back. Though it's not looking good for Voltage. Voltage is stuck in the middle. You never want to be in the middle. Being third partied is the worst, especially when you're in the position where you're closest to the third party members. And that's exactly what's happened to Voltage. Voltage Wolf might be able to get out. No, the smoke does not cover enough. And Troop and Dylan are the only one left. Now you do have Team 6 here. One's knocked and just got picked up. They use the smoke just to be careful. And that's a great idea. And another one knocked on Voltage. Now it looks like he's going to get automatically picked up if no one pushes. And it looks like no one is pushing at this moment. Team 6 did not cause that knock, or else they probably would have pushed as well. And now they got knocked. Analyze gets knocked on the hill because of Bolt Action Warriors on their left. And that is what you have to be careful with. If you're going to be third party, and you got to make sure where both teams are and be very cautious of them. So Dylan now full health, but Trooper is not. Maybe at 75% after using a first aid. Analyze got picked up here on Team 6. And Bolt Action Warrior is still trying to shoot. Let's take a look from their angle and see what they're looking at. So this is Bolt Action Warrior's view. They see both teams there. They're in a great spot. If they don't get third party from behind, because maybe Team 24 is going to come from behind. It's possible, but they haven't made their move yet. All this noise, though, can cause teams to come a little bit closer to see what's going on. and it could be anyone's game at that point. Voltage, Dylan, and Trooper trying to survive in that house. Luckily, they have some protection because of the house, but at the same time, they are down in numbers, and they're going to need to figure out a way out, or at least a way to survive. Now we're going to zoom in on this map so we can see everything going on. Don't want to miss much, at least as little as possible. So we're going to take a look. We're going to move our eyes over to Queens here. Team 14. Looks like they have just gotten into the new circle, or at least outside of the blue zone, and they're going to heal up quite a bit. And you have Team Vital there on the distance. Now Vital, I have no idea if they see each other, but I doubt it at this point. Smokes have been thrown, so that might actually never mind. Vital does know that someone's around because this is a new Vital member. I believe this is a new Vital member. Looks like they have been expanding. Anyway, he is knocked and needs to get away. Slim Lady just in the doorway. I don't know if they know where he is. They don't. They don't. Unless he's just not going for the thirst, Queen, or she's not going for the thirst. They're skipping by, and this is giving all that information over. All Razor has to do is give all this information out that there's people around him. Now Queen's Otter Craze did see him in the corner there and does finish him off, so no one giving out information anymore. Looks like Team 21 has moved away, and that will do it. Now there is a crate. A drop from Flare coming down. But we don't want to see that. We're going to go here, back here. This is where the initial third-party action was. Voltage still alive. And it looks like they were able to at least fend off that 6th team over there. And Voltage Dylan now in the middle. And it looks like Trooper's going to try to get back in. He couldn't get back in. That door was closed. And maybe that new glitch where he can't get back in the door was happening. So Trooper instead takes a hide out behind the truck. And Dylan is still there too. Dylan's shooting, but didn't really get a hit. Now his position is definitely known. At this point, it's not going to look good for either of them. Trooper's throwing down some smoke. Does look like they got a Car 98 hit. And it looks like Trooper's going to try to quickly get out with a car. Excuse me, with a car. Dylan in the smoke. Trooper's just moving. So Trooper just moved himself over to this new house. And it's not a bad idea, but again, you need to figure out how to get out of here or survive. And that is easier said than done. There are 4 of them and 2 of you guys. So Voltage needs to see how they can do it. They throw the smoke. They're behind hay bales and the house here. Let's see what Bolt Action's looking at. Looks like Bolt Action might try to get angles here. They know the smoke, trying to hit him with the AWM. It's a level 3 helmet. It's definitely worse for wear as it's pretty much all in the red. Dylan is just trying to move back and forth. I think Bojack is ready for any peek to the right. And Dylan is in the blue. Team 7 will be in the blue as well. So then it'll just be a waiting game, I believe. Team 11's just trying to survive. They do not want to be killed here. So I think they're willing to take the hits from the blue in favor of surviving long enough against Bolt Action Warriors. They're not going to try to rush in.
They're chasing.
And it looks like we hear some other teams in the background. So it looks like...
I guess.
Let's see what else we can find here. Team 1 next to Team 14. That's Queens against Team Naked. Let's take a look from a more aerial view. Oh, Naked's on top of the rock. We're going up the elevator here. Look at this. Naked on top. It's a lot easier to shoot down than it is to shoot up, let me tell you. And Queen's Slim Lady. I don't know if they noticed them because... I don't think so. Naked does not realize that a Queen's member is right under their feet. And Slim Lady is just going to keep running, hoping that he won't be spotted. Now Naked here just is looking out, but not to the left. I don't know if they were battling earlier or not, but it definitely looks like Slim Lady got away with one there. Take a look at EX. This is with MFD, it seems like, and Fire Sav. Interesting group of members. We're going to take a look because Team 12 is coming up. This is Top Guns. They've just made it to the house, and they are very close. I wouldn't be surprised if they each hear each other. So they're being very careful at this very moment. It looks like Bobman's also getting hit from afar. Team 4 shooting across. ATTP is doing the hits there. Almost getting a hit there, but just missing. And this isn't looking good. Bobman lost a member here to a knock. And it looks like they did reciprocate the knock with a knock themselves to ATTP. Looks like SOA got hit as well. Trying to throw some smoke, so give him some cover as you go for the revival. Team 5 here. In Pan we trust, by themselves in the house. They're not moving anywhere, it looks like, at the moment. We're going to take a look back at this house here. Looks like they're still real close. We're literally neighbors here. Certainly not friendly neighbors, but neighbors nonetheless. Looks like Mad Max got knocked. You also have a big weenie in the same house, probably going to get the revival. But it looks like they trade knocks. Fire Sap for Merlin. Now, Big Weenie is all that's left here for Top Gun, and Rambo's the only one left on his team. Even though they do have knocked people, looks like Rambo's not going for the save. And maybe now he's going for it. So a little bit late, but possibly okay. Looks like they're taking shots from a deep distance. Oh, wide open. Can you get hits on them lying down? Just getting over their heads, just missing them. Giving them a nice haircut. Look at that. Ah, you got it right there. It looks like there might be some render thing there going on where you might see them, but you can't hit them. That is a thing here in PUBG Mobile, at least. Trying to hit them, but aren't able to because the lip of the rock is just too far up. Now it looks like oh, nice job rushing this house, using that UMP to kind of strafe and fire at will. So it looks like Team 23 win the battle. They do have someone knocked, Fire Sav again, but probably get the revival on that. So MFJ is in trouble, although it looks like Devious and Merciless, I mean, are the ones that are in the most trouble. Even though they have the higher spot, they don't have a lot of cover, and they're just using these smokes now to provide that cover that they've really needed. Now, they are at the edge of the circle. They do have that, and FMJ certainly do as well. And I would think that Merciless would want to back up in order to get the cover away from FMJ. We'll see what they do here. And it does look like Voltage Dylan is using these top rocks and might be able to see him. Obviously, he sees the smoke and he has to realize that there are people around. FMJ on the left, I don't know if he realizes that though. And he's heading straight to Merciless. I don't think he realizes the leftness. There is smoke on the left too, and he could have spotted that but didn't. Yep, and he's taking hits now. So now he's trying to back away from those hits. Halfway health now. He's trying to get the best of both worlds, and he couldn't. He just couldn't straddle the top. So now there's big trouble here as Merciless is fighting Bolt Action Warriors and has people from behind shooting as well. It's really not looking good. And Loot Me and Artemis are both down. Bobman's the only one left. They're just completely thirsting, and Bobman's the only one in the smoke. I don't know if they realize, though. Bolt Action Warriors doesn't realize that Bobman's still in there. I think FMJ does. They were just shooting that smoke, hoping for the best, but couldn't hit. Now, Bolt Action Warriors also had 2 people knocked here. Must have been from SOA, Sons of Anarchy. So now you have FMJ. And it looks like Bombman is just chilling in that smoke. Just trying to survive, and it's working. And he threw another smoke in order to keep him more cover. And all these bullets so close to being hits. What's going on over here? Carlos from SOA is downed, but not out. Looks like some of their members were downed, and they're just getting picked up now. We're going to take a look over here as Firesap has been knocked a few times. Can he be the hero that we all need from him? If he wants to continue, they do have the circle, while Team 5 does not. That's Inpan We Trust on the other end. It looks like Inpan We Trust is going to try to go around Team 23. Maybe, or maybe they're just trying to loot up this box first. In any case, they certainly need to get in the next 30 seconds because that is when the next blue zone will close. So they're going to take a car. They're going to go around. The circle is very small. Now, FMJ's been on that bottom of the hill for a very long time. Bolt action still up there. And it looks like still getting healed up. Looks like they just got the revivals they needed. And Team 15's right on the other end. SOA made their push and did get a knock on one. Can't even see what's going on here. Is it 2 SOA members? So it looks like they have to get into the blue zone as well. 15 going down the mountain. You got FMJ. There's only 4 teams left. They are going down the mountain, but they have to be very careful. They're pretty much open to everybody, and no one's taking shots. He must be thinking, what is going on here? FMJ's too far down the mountain to realize anyone's going down. And you do have Firesav and the rest of his teams here, but they have other fish to fry. They have other people here that they are more concentrated on. And you have EX here on top. And you got the Inpan We Trust right here as well. So obviously Inpan We Trust sees all this smoke and has to realize that there are people in there. That is one negative part about using smokes, is that you automatically are known that you're around. Yes, you can use it as a distraction, but FMJ did not. So FMJ got knocked, and they're going to have to figure out how to get revived. Ruthless is trying to move in a little bit closer here. And it does look like Kid actually got a nice angle using the bush there. Another knocked, one left. Hype, there's only one left up. Does get a knock. And could not finish it off. And turned him into a snowman. Look at that. I actually never seen that before. I must be missing out. So here we go. Inpan We Trust. SOA making their move all the way around. They literally came from the top of the mountain, and now they've come to hit Inpan We Trust. I thought they would find EX first, but it looks like EX is being a little bit more cautious. So here you go. Let's see if he can get an angle. It does get the knock and the... Oh, already did get the knock right there. And then, can he get Kush? I don't think he's going to get the angle for that. He's going to really have to get around in order to do so. That blue zone is also closing. It's closing slow, but it is closing. He's trying to get that angle, could not get it. Now there is still 3 teams. EX is being very, very silent, and they hear all this gunfire. They want to be second, at least second. So now there you have it. SOA finishing off that team there, and that gives EX the time to be ready for the next battle. Although they are still at a disadvantage. SOA has 3 members. Team 23 need to realize what to do. You're in the blue zone. You got to get out. What happened, Rambo? Are you AFK? What's going on there? Now, Firesav is in the corner. And it looks like he was AFK. He's still in the blue, and that's not going to help out his time. So that might be the main reason. And they obviously see him. It's not good here. A grenade placed in this room will do it for him, because then he'd have to jump out, and all the other ones can shoot. So obviously SOA knows there's only one left, and there you go. There you have it. SOA takes the win for the first round of the Naked Pro Scrims. Reaper coming in with 7 kills, but the rest of the team did not get too many. 8 kills is very good, but we'll see if the kill count is high enough. You have EX there with 5 total kills, coming in second, and Inpan We Trust coming in with 6. So great job from the top 3. Wow, look at the kills here from FMJ. 6, 6, 3, and 3. That gives a grand total of 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 total kills. They're definitely going to put them a little bit higher than Inpan We Trust. I'm not sure if that's going to put them higher than EX, but it's possible. Bolt Action Warriors coming in with 3, 4, 5, 6. Merciless with 0. Vital with 1. Vanguard with 3. Lady Ruthless Killers, nice job. Diosa with 4. Tensi with 3. That gives them with a grand total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Voltage, that was my team I was going to have coming in for the win for the whole thing. They still have a chance. They got 3 for 10th place. Top Gun was 0. ATTP was 6, 2 each. Queens coming in with 3. Naked coming in with 4. Unknown Soldiers with 0. Vital with 2. XD with 1. Suspect, Conflicted, and all the rest of their teams coming in with 1. War with 4. ONF with 0. Lethal Gamers with 0. Rebels with 0. Lethal Gamers with 0. And FBI coming in at 0 too. So that is your first scrimmage, or the first match of the scrimmage. And we got 2 more for you. Next map will be Erangel. Obviously a map that people probably know the best, especially in competitive gaming. And then the next one after that will be Sandhawk. Room has been dismissed. Yes, it has. Let's take a look at some of this. I'm gonna open up the chat room so I can see what it says. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Let me know if you guys want to see anything different, if you guys like it, if you guys expect something else. I would love to hear different viewpoints and different ideas. Certainly make the stream better. That's my goal here. So if you guys have any, let me know. Third party, the fight. Yeah, so they really did come in third party that fight. Voltage was stuck in the middle and was able to actually survive pretty long against Sons of Anarchy for a while. They did not survive that, apparently, because Sons of Anarchy was able to continue on and finish first place. Bolt Action, oh no, that was Bolt Action Warriors facing, I believe, yes. Bolt Action Warriors was facing Voltage, and then Team 6 was the one that third-partied the situation for that particular spot. That was quite interesting. I thought it was pretty valiant for Voltage to survive that long. I didn't think they were, given that they lost 2 members pretty quickly to that third party, and but they managed to stay in that house, surviving long enough, and then also moving away, possibly getting Team 6 altogether, because I didn't see them for the rest of the match. So that might be something to look into, how Voltage managed to survive longer than expected. GG's SOA, that's for sure. They did a really good job. Go Top Gun. Top Gun has been one of the best teams out here lately. Let's see if they can be taken down. How well did they do this time around? I actually don't know. Someone let me know how they did. Cooking dinner. Yeah, okay. I'm just eating. Okay. Where's War? That's a good question. I didn't see them, but they might have been in there. GG's, nice SOA. Oh, you found War. Okay, so that's all good. So if there's any teams that aren't playing, we're not going to take them out now. But we do have a new rule. And if you're not playing, and even if you're confirmed and you're one of the starting teams, if you're not playing, you're going to be penalized for the next scrimmage. It's all written in the rules. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just a way to get more teams involved if you're not participating. And we really want those other teams who really put in the time to confirm, who were waiting for another spot to open up. We did have one spot open up, and we gave it to ONF because they were the next in line. So yeah, it's things we're thinking about. We want everyone to be able to participate. I hope everyone's having a great night so far. I think I actually just gave me invites, and I just was not paying attention. So let me take a look. If the room's open, get in there as soon as possible. Obviously, you guys know the drill. 10 minutes after that room is opened, Vital Ninja. I'm assuming you have the room open, but I'm gonna take a gander. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate that, Ninja. If you guys don't know Vital, go to their Discord. They have scrimmages on Tuesday, which is going to be tomorrow, obviously. They have really good scrimmages as well. I host those, and if you guys want to participate, definitely do that easily enough. You can go to all scrimmages, all scrims channel in our Discord, and you can see all the scrimmages that you can play in for pretty much every day of the week, and participate in those. So I'll just mention one more time, registration for these scrimmages happens on our Discord. You have to register a whole team of 4, and then you can have subs as well. If you do that and you're one of the first 25, all you have to do is confirm the day before the event and you're set. If you don't confirm, we give it to teams that are on the wait list to participate. So we have 34 in there. It's 8:40. I'm assuming, actually I don't know. I'm assuming a guy probably wrote the next time that the room will be starting. Let's take a look. Just gonna see. There we go. It's gonna start at exactly 8:47. So for me, it's in 7 minutes. And we do not play around, obviously, as you guys know. I hope you guys are having a great time. We're trying to get the most action, and that's all I'm trying to do. Follow the action. Thank you for the follow. And let's see, who is following, by the way. Cyber6Cyber, thank you for the follow. And Little Tink, I like the name. Thank you for the follow as well. In Twitch, if you guys follow me in Omelet, I cannot really tell, but I really appreciate if you guys do that. Just trying to make something bigger here in Naked Esports. We're a competitive team, and we're a scrimmage organizer. If you guys have any thoughts about how to make Naked better, I'd love to hear new ideas. If you guys want to partner with us, let us know. If you guys want to join us, we have application process in our Discord. Everything's pretty much in the Discord. Application process in order to join us, be a competitive player, to be a casual player, to be a staff member. It's all in there. If you guys want to give us ideas, there's feedback areas. If you guys want to just talk to the community, you can do that in there as well. It's very simple, very easy. And let me just make this screen a little bit better, huh? Let me just do that, because I like it. I like the camera on me. Get it on me. So I really need a unicorn set. What's the unicorn set? I don't even know. Is that new? I think, is that the pink one? I think, I'm not really sure. So yeah, obviously, just follow us on Discord, follow us on Twitter. We really appreciate it. So I'm gonna try something a little different. We got 5 minutes, whole 5 minutes that'll do. So I'm gonna change it up, as you can see here. Let's see if we can see any of the action here. So as that loads in, sometimes the loading takes a little bit because I'm also streaming on this computer and it can't handle all the loading process, but let's see if we can get something in here. Looks like this is Voltage. This was the ones in the house, so they were being third party. Otter Craze did see him in the corner there and does finish him off, so no one giving out information anymore. Looks like Team 21 has moved away, and that will do it. Now there is a crate. So Queens was just finishing off one player, but the rest of them are still out there. The rest of that team, but we don't want to see that. We're going to go. And this is what I was taking a look at earlier. So that's the north part of that map. The initial third-party action was. Voltage still alive, and it looks like they were able to at least. So there you have. They're looking at both Action Warriors in the distance. That 6th team over there, and Voltage Dylan now in the middle, and it looks like Trooper's going to try to get back. So this is actually a little later. The door was closed. So yeah, I think a lot of people have that issue with the doors. Can't get back, and the door was happening. So Trooper instead takes a hide out behind the truck, and Dylan is still there too. Dylan's shooting. I think Dylan made a little bit of a mistake there. In hindsight, obviously, if you slow things down, it's a lot easier to realize what's going on. But I don't think both Action Warriors realized that Dylan was all the way outside of these houses. His position is definitely known at this point. That's what I was thinking. Not going to look good for either of them. Trooper's throwing down some smoke. Does look like, and that's the end of that one. So it continues on. They actually last all the way through the blue zone, but Voltage, I don't think, was able to get out of that blue zone and had to move in at some point. And I think both Action Warriors just kind of picked them off. So you guys, as you watch, I really would appreciate if you guys clip the action at the same time. It really helps me. It helps the teams who want to realize how to get better and just want to see what they've done from like more aerial view or from a different view. So definitely clip some of the action to help out some of these teams. We got 80 people in the room. Very nice. It will start in 2 minutes, so make sure if you haven't jumped in yet to jump in now. It will start exactly at 8:47. That is the time the second match of the Naked Pro Scrims will begin. Looks like we're missing Team 9. So Team 9 is the late team that was not able to participate. And that is supposed to be, I think, for can't think, ONF. But it was really late, so I just sent them a message saying you guys are in. Guys, if you guys, I know it's hard sometimes to realize when your team is not going to participate, but try to make it as early as possible, because the earlier you guys do it, the earlier we can give notice to all these teams on the wait list. It's really difficult when there's just like 10 minutes left for these teams to get back in. So just in hindsight, really appreciate it if you guys would let us know as soon as you realize that you won't be making it. If you guys do it a little later than that, it's going to be difficult for us to get these scrimmages in full capacity. So we got 92, pretty close to full capacity. Really appreciate that everyone's here. Obviously, these are really good teams. You got Bolt Action Warriors on the left there. You got Vanguard on the right. Rebels is a new team, I believe, in general, with Fappy leading the group. Voltage is my team to win this scrimmage, and I'm hoping they will, with Naked as well. Top Gun. Let's see. Top Gun I like. So Top Gun I think is, I think this is Bloodbath's icon. But no, actually I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. This is Top Gun's icon, I believe. Yeah, because I know Tall has been in Top Gun for a while. I heard the news about Bloodbath. I hope everything runs smooth for them. They were a really good team. It looks like the leader needed to have a change of pace and get work and studies down, which is very important. So anybody who's thinking about getting into esports and wants to, I would say, hinder their abilities in other areas, I would say be very cautious of that. You do want to, because if you want to be successful in anything, you have to have the studies, you have to know what you're doing, and that comes with schooling, that comes with experience at work. So if you are trying to do something that is completely new, I love the idea of doing something new, but you don't want to hinder your other things that you know you have to do for responsibility's sake. Something that I think a lot of people miss in the esports world, and this needs to be addressed. Here we go. We're taking a look from Naked's point of view here with Finn. And this is Erangel. This is obviously the main map of PUBG Mobile. If you don't know Erangel, then you probably play a lot of different games or just don't play PUBG in general. So this is the main map. We'll take a look at the plane line as we go. Let me get this thing started. I don't know what it looks like. I do know that this is the almost the annual, the first annual PUBG event, because they've only, or PUBG Mobile event, because they've only been around for a year. Same plane ride as the Miramar line, diagonal from east to west, north to south. I think obviously there's a lot of places you can drop. Pretty much all of the north part of the map you can take, and then military base might be the only thing that might be really out of reach for at least dropping there. You can take a car, obviously, as I mentioned, but that's about it. I think for the most part, it's going to be you could places like Georgia Pole, Rozhok, Pachinki, Yasnaya especially, because look at all the people landing already or jumping already. I think a lot going to Yasnaya. You might have some people going to Lipovka, trying to get an area where people won't land too much. especially for the safer type of teams that want to survive longer. You might drop Lipovka. Milta might be someplace you can float to, but it is pretty far in order to get there. And now we have some people dropping. Naked is dropping, and it looks like they're going for a car. And there might be a team around them. Team 2 right there, and they do drop and find this car. That is always nice to have. And it looks like the rest of Naked is not dropping. So Finn is doing one thing, and then the rest are doing another. That they did the same thing in Myanmar. I'm interested. I'm very interested in seeing how that goes. And then he might just go pick up the rest of Naked here with the vehicle. It looks like he is. Not a bad strat. I like it. So now you have Team 11 here with Team 4. And they have... This is obviously Yasnaya, the biggest town in Erangel. And... as I always say, this town is so big you probably don't even realize that there's other teams here, because there's just too many houses, too big of a land area in order to figure out if there's other people around. I'm just gonna zoom in just a bit. Just gonna take a quick look around. Looks like Severny's hot. A lot of people dropped Severny. 3 teams dropped here. Let's take a quick look over. We're gonna make it over here. So Team 14, Queens here, TG in the house right next door. What's going on? Is this a knock? No, he was a big weenie from Top Gun just hanging in the house. Let Slim Lady just get it all through there.
That's fucking it.
And wow, okay. So now you have Team 16.
Fuck that dude.
Oh man, the language must be...
I couldn't fucking do anything.
Knocked and killed.
I had no cover whatsoever.
So getting shot from the distance, Tall, making his spot known, does get a knock and lick.
Exactly where I left it.
Oh, Queens is not looking good. Gets a quick knock. Wow, Slim Lady really saving the day there. And if he made that turn, would have probably got Jay there, I imagine, because Jay was going the opposite direction. Nice shot from Moore, doing that nice peak spot, trying to get that angle. Does thirst them. Queens has only one member here in the shed. Pretty Benji. Oh, it's knocked, so not a kill yet. And Big Weenie still in the distance. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that was Autocraze in here as well. So that's it for Queens. Quickly taken out. Might have been the first one out for this match. So TG, a Big Weenie. Still by that area. And it looks like War was able to beat out Queens. And Tall now going for some shots as well. I don't know. This would be quite interesting to see. Where there he goes. A Big Weenie's on top. But only back there, so not really getting a view. Does get a few shots now on Reaper. And Reaper is going to move out of the way. I can't say that name with for realness. It's very difficult. So Zero gets knocked right there. And Tall still not going to push. I mean, he has so far to go if you want to push across that street. And you have Reaper right here. It's going to be holding him back. So Jay's going for the revival. Reaper's just going to keep the piece around and does get a Big Weenie. So now... So now it looks like the knock comes into effect. Tall, I think. I can't believe I did it again, didn't I? I did it again. Always. Always. Thank you, Guy, for giving me a call and helping me out. So luckily we didn't miss much. So we had War beat out Queens, and then War is just took out one of the members from Top Gun. Top Gun Tall is now on the other end of the street, and it looks like that will do it for that. So we're going to move on to Yasnaya again. This is what we were seeing in the very beginning. Voltage facing off against Team 11, against ATTP on Team 4 instead. I gotta realize that, I gotta be very extra careful. You have Voltage shooting down on ATTP, not getting many hits though. Trying to throw a grenade out there. It would be a lucky grenade. He's gotta be careful. He threw the grenade inside. Just gotta be very careful where you throw that thing. So ATTP. So ATTP might make a push back. None of them are in the houses anymore. They're outside of them. They're not moving back quite yet. And they are shooting back at Wolf. Wolf had taken a few hits right there and needs to heal himself up a bit. Meanwhile, Dylan's on the second floor. Might see something. He's trying to get angles here. This is very difficult because you are in quite a spot where everyone can see you. Even with that little sliver of the window. Because it's very easy to see into the building windows, right? If you're shooting, there's only a few windows you have to worry about. If you're on the ground, there's a lot of places you can be. Trying to get a hollow hit. Sees Wolf, but doesn't get a hit. It's kind of difficult to get a hollow hit, especially with an AKM. It's not the most accurate type of weapon you want to use in this situation. A little bit closer would be helpful, but that's going to be hard to do. Especially with this area. There's so much space in between. The VSS, I think it's a great gun. It could be even good for this position. He knows one's up there. He's been shooting at him for a while now. Can he see Dylan there in that window? He's trying to see in all different windows and it doesn't look like he's going to get a hit there. Let's see what Dylan's doing. Dylan's still trying to use that window to his advantage. We can't stay here forever. We're going to move on because Team 12 is kind of close to Team 16. It's still there, actually. So, actually, he's going to take out the wheels. Doesn't want them to escape. We're going to move here to Team 8. And it looks like Vanguard just got knocked. So Naked facing off against Vanguard. No one's knocked on Naked, one's knocked on Vanguard, and it looks like one of their members might go to revive them. Now Naked's still pretty separated here, trying to get angles on Vanguard. Obviously knowing where they are, but not getting any more than a knock. Shar is trying to peek over. Looks like, let's see from your point of view here. Partixel trying to see Nick Shar in view. Trying to run away. Losing all the health she has and knocked. Can't go for the thirst here. Naked Nubs on the right. Can he come around to help out? Looks like no. Naked Shar is down and out. Response fires would have been very helpful during that situation, but there were none. Partixel gets knocked, but one knocks at a time is not going to cut it. Naked Nubs, I think, is going for a flank here. A very good idea if you can get it around and get that positioning where you can really hit them hard. No one's going for the revival on Partixel. They're shooting into the smoke, hoping for the best, but nothing's there. Naked Nubs really making his flank move. Taking a little bit of time. They have the time. If they stay hidden, Naked can come out every now and then, take some shots. Keep Vanguard busy. That is kind of the thing you want to do in these scrimmages. The best moves are the ones that you don't see coming. So Naked Nubs really making that move around, and we're going to take a better view on that. And taking shots on the back, and does get one on the revival. Trying to get more shots. Now they only got 2 knocks, which means that they're pretty much just pinching Vanguard in here. Can Naked finish them off? Can they make a push quick enough in order to get them? Naked has a long way to go in order to get close. The revives are probably going to occur first. I don't know about the heals. Let's see how this works out. Naked pushing in closer and closer to giving them the time. They don't have to worry about gunfire yet. They do get both revivals and 1 shots. Trading knocks. 1 grenade almost completely killing Nico, and Nico's down. Now Shane is going on top here. trying to get angles on the below spots. Does he see him? He doesn't see him on top. Now he does, shooting down, and Shane is down as well. Partixel's the only one left. And Nubs is the only one left as well, even though they got Revival. So, oh, if Nubs can't get in time, Partixel's being very cautious. The Revival would have happened, I think, in time. And Nubs has the advantage. Is completely healed up. And it looks like he's going for a win here. He's trying to get a knock here. Trying to finish him off. What is Naked's plan here? Does finish him off, so Naked gets the win. Loses 2 members, so that is a big burden for Naked, but they will be able to continue. Here, this is Unknown Soldiers. They got a compound here. AKM with a red dot. That's kind of the thing you want on an AKM. You could, I would say, put it 2 times on it if you had it. But otherwise it's very difficult to use unless you're going to use it as a sniper. M16 switch, so now he has an AKM and an M16. 6 times scope on that makes complete sense, especially for sniping purposes. Let's take a look. Voltage has all their members, has not really seen action. They have 0 kills, and they're trying to get out of Yasnaya now. They actually were fighting another team. They just, I guess, kind of backed off from each other, not getting anybody. So it looks like they're just going to move on instead of completing that battle. There are 62 teams left in such a small circle. Let's take a look. They're going for the drop in the back because there was a drop coming down. There it is. So this is all one team. I believe they probably got that drop. It is empty. Whatever it was, it had 5 ammo in it. And they're getting another drop, so this is very nice. And they got a M249 with an MK. 8 times scope, ghillie suits. Gotta love that. Anything. It would have been best to have an AWM, obviously, in those situations, but pretty much got everything else you really want. Team 24 driving by Team 17, and it looks like they got knocked in the process. Unknown Soldiers, who were just a full squad a moment ago, just lost 2 members just like that, unless Unknown Soldiers make a pushback, but I do not believe they will. Looks like they're going to go for the Thirst, and Ray-Bans is out, leaving Unknown Soldiers to have 2. Team 15 around 3 other teams in total. So SOA member is getting hit a few times here. And you have Lethal Gamers here on the back, so they are very close. This is Rozhawk, a nice place to loot up. Not a bad place for battles. I love the arena. It's a little bit different than the rest. All these houses are kind of different, not in a row. Kind of changes up the settings. SOA Reaper just trying to get an angle here on Thantos. And it looks like Thanatos was trying to get a hit there, but could not. Hurricanes is down, but they traded with one for SOA Death. Reaper is going to go in for the revival, it seems. Look at Thanatos trying to get low here, trying to get an angle around this house. Could not get hits though, as Joan was able to finish Thanatos here. So now we have 2 members left. Lethal Gamers has 2 members, I should say. One really severely hurt while Amir was doing a revival. And meanwhile, SOA is looking great. Does get a knock there. You're going to need more than that, though. He's going to try to get different angles here. Does get a knock there. So now Lethal Gamers is only down to 1. Does get a knock and a Thirst. SOA still has the advantage with 2. Will they get the revive quick enough? He's going straight for it. He's hoping that'll all work out through the window. Getting hit hard though, and Amir is down and out. So SOA wins the battle. They do lose 1 member, and I think they'll take that any day of the week though to get all those kills. Take a look at Team 23 as they're pretty close to Team 20. EX. I know I do that all the time, Weiss. I do that all the time. Unfortunately. EX, now it looks like he's driving away from Team 20. Rambo got hit hard, but I don't think it's going to be much of it. We'll definitely get the revival or the heals in this house. Let's take a look here in the middle of the map. Team 11's pretty separated. Looks like Wolf was just finished off a member as he's looting up a body right now. Looks like they blew up this car and got whoever was in it. Team 5 is in the distance, but far distance. And Voltage taking all the goodies here for themselves. What is going on at Yasnaya? Yasnaya has been a hot drop. I mean, you're in the blue zone and they're still battling it out. They just don't want to leave. Wow. Okay. Okay. ATTP coming in with some kills right there. 2 in a row to finish off that team. Now, Silent Mercenaries. We haven't seen much of Silent Mercenaries, but they are here and they are ready. They must have heard all of that action and they want a piece of it. They're getting a little bit closer to that end too. They're not going... Oh, actually, they might be leaving right now, but they were heading toward ATTP. I think they're trying to get out of the blue zone. They don't want all this baggage with dealing with the blue zone and fighting at the same time. I think we're going to see them head out now, and that's right. So they'll definitely live to see another day after a few shots were taken on them, but they will be able to get out. Now, Unknown Soldier, Snowback, what's going on here? Oh, boy. Oh, my God. What? What? Voltage just comes in, takes him out. Now, Dragon is still hurt, too, on the second floor. They still have all their members. This is looking great for Voltage. Keeps taking out teams, and they're going to get a nice set of kill counts there. Now, Team 15 in the red and the blue zone. Guess you can call that purple zone, I suppose. I think that makes purple. Anyway, they are trying to get out of here, I imagine. SOA Death could not make it out. No, that's because War was shooting down from them from the school. But the VSS, my favorite weapon of choice for long distance. Does not get much better than that gun, I believe. Oh! They really came for the help in the blue zone. That's a tough move to call, and SOA completely taken out. That's it for SOA for that, for this match. So, wow, that was gutsy. I wouldn't have advised going for it. If someone's knocked in the blue zone, especially this small, with a team that's literally on the other end, that's difficult. So you got FMJ, 1 kill for them, but they have all their members. They have a good chance at taking the top spot. There are 13 teams left. So with this small circle, look at all these teams. It's tight. It's a little tight in here. Team 7 also drive. Oh, no. They are driving by. They run somebody over as well. And they just keep on going. In Pan, we trust. Now, are they going to go back? No. They're going to keep going. Oh, wait. I don't know. They got out? Nope. I'm not sure what they're doing. FMJ got out, but I think he came right back in, and they're heading down south to find another place to stay. I think they would have handled in Pan We Trust in that situation. They got a knock. They got them all surprised. I think if they came back, they would have got him out. But it's not my team. It's theirs. They're going to go for something different. So it looks like they're going to take this complex. Look at this separation from everybody. Team 4. Are they, yeah. So Wizard gets knocked. They're in the blue now. That blue's got to be hurting a lot. And you have Maclet, who gets knocked. One more member of ATTP. And he's in the blue zone. Gets Bunny. Nice job. Now there's 2 members knocked, but one's getting revived just at this moment. He needs to revive himself. He needs to heal, and I don't think Silent Mercenaries are going to leave the spot until they completely take him out. Unless they believe that a seal has completely gotten knocked because of the blue zone. That might be a possibility. But Wizard, you really going for the, you're not going to get the revive on that. The blue zone must be hurting a lot. I don't know if he has any first aids. Honestly, he's going to run through the smoke too. Oh, and he's going to get the stuff for him. That's actually a great idea if he has any first aids and stuff. They're going to shoot into the smoke. Does get a first aid pickup. This is something you guys want to watch. This is how you survive if you're really pinched. You want to get your teammates stuff. You want to use the smoke for cover. You want to use as much things you can use to outlast the other team, because if they don't want to survive here, they're going to try to leave as well. And now they have left. So Silent Mercenaries is leaving. They're going. So now you can try to make it into the next zone. The next zone is so far, though. You need a vehicle. And we're not going to stay with that forever. We're going to move on. I don't even know if he's going to make it out of there. It's going to be very difficult. Reaper with War. They might see Team 19. I think they do. They see him in the windows. And let's see what the rest of War is doing in this situation. So they're not going straight for shots. They're going to hold back just enough. They don't want to... And they get the knock first. Great move. You want to get a knock immediately in order to put them on their heels. Voltage is on the left, but they're pretty far, so nothing to worry about on the third-party standpoint as of now. Now War is shooting back. Let's see what they're doing with Widowmaker. Widowmaker is going to get revived in the shed. Meanwhile, Sure Shot needs to heal himself, taking on some hits from War. War is looking pretty good. He shoots the door down. They're trying to get more hits. Finesse and Widowmaker, their health is something to be desired. Another one knocked. One is up and running while the others are either severely hurt. Now they did get a hit on Lethal Gamer.
I love you, Fabian. I love you.
Widowmaker. Or who is this? Is this Widow? Yeah, Widowmaker. Ooh, who's gonna get it? And Zero does. I think he had a Uzi or some sort of SMG that quick fires, and that's exactly what you want. So Reaper and the rest of War will continue on with all three members. Well, not all three members, but three members in general. It looks like Tenzi trying to figure out what to do here. Ooh, and there's so many teams around. Goes for the thirst. Looks like Bubble T's playing defense while Rhea's going for the revival. Does get a knock on him. They had to stop the revival. And it looks like they got Bob Black there. So, oh man, Tenzi is going to be knocked and completely gone. He's trying to get, Bubble T's trying to make it to him. And could not in time. There are other members here still. Look at this. They are knocked here in the corner. It looks like Ruthless Killers finished them off. And they'll get this loot as well. They lost a member, Tenzi, because of that. And they might have lost Diosa because of that as well. But we missed that. And Ray and Bubble T are on their own. Not too shabby, though, getting all those kills. Team 18. Silent Mercenaries. Looks like there's some shots in the distance as well. So maybe a little bit of third party, but SM getting hit hard by Naked. Naked going for the knock in the first spot. Let's see if they can continue the move here. Naked has two members. They're playing a little bit more defensive than rather if they had all four. And which is giving SM the time to revive their players. And it looks like Bunny will, so that might be something you missed out on. Shane in the corner. Didn't realize, I don't think, and didn't take any shots. Ooh, and grenade. Was that over the... What? Someone clipped that. I need to know who threw that grenade. That grenade was beautifully placed here at the corner. And getting the knock in the house, so great job from Silent Mercenaries. Let's see Team 20. We got Sunny here. Sunny has all of his members. Never mind. Three members on Vital still alive. Not too shabby. They're going to be in a great spot. They're trying to take the outside corner of the circle, not trying to get all the way in yet. Looks like a few shots there. As they're shooting Vital down now. Now they were in a good spot, but now it's known, it's blown. Let's see how they react to that. There's really not a safe spot to be in the new circle for them on that side. This is looking bad. Unless Impan We Trust is going to be hidden in there in that shed, and nobody's going to be looking inside. Let's see. He's going toward it. He's going right to it. They are right there. Car's right next to it. They don't go inside. Impan We Trust is hiding inside this shed. And Shadow's going inside. They take some hits. Shadow's knocked and thirsted. Rambo's coming back to help it. It's already been done. Can they finish him off? Kush is down. Ruthless takes out the other, but it's not looking good. Another member comes in, and that will finish off Impan We Trust. Meanwhile, what's going on over there? They just finish off. Voltage continues their onslaught. Oh, blowing up the car. Gotta be careful, though. A few shots being shot at, and Wolf is down. Looks like they're going straight. Nice job. Good reaction to throw smokes immediately. That's exactly what you want to do. You gotta get the revivals in as soon as possible, especially with this long distance, because you gotta prevent the other team from getting close to you. That being said, Team 11 has a lot of way to go. I say they're gonna go try to shoot the smoke, try and get any hits they can possibly get. Definitely FMJ are in a better position here, as pretty much all teams have to go to them, except for Team 17, who has the north side of the new circle. They're obviously paying attention to Voltage there, but there are other teams here. You gotta be careful. Let's see what TK does. TK is also looking at Voltage. It's really not looking good for them. But I believe Team 23, when that circle starts closing in, they will move out. And maybe they'll see Team 2 then as they do that. It looks like ITK really trying to get those hits. Oh, he might go instead here. He will. He sees one. Nice headshot right there. And I think does half health there. Trying to get another hit. Does get it and gets the knock as well. The suppressed fire is helping quite nicely with a, I believe to be an AWM. So the rest of EX has come to help, and all that third-party help is not wanted apparently from Voltage. Voltage is taking them out instead. Voltage, they're stuck in a bad spot, and yet they manage to win that battle. I'm taking a look from Wolf's as he's trying to drive in. Am I just missing that? Yeah, okay. So there's Wolf in the front. Drives into the tree. FMJ is on their left. They know they have to worry about that side. There's also another side to worry about. Ooh, RK right there on the side. They need to get into the new circle. They do just jump in. It's exactly how you need to play. Voltage is playing this very good, even though they put themselves in a tight spot. They got to get the smokes out, use the cars, and get into the new circles. So here you have Lady Ruthless looks to be in a great spot, even though they're not in the new circle yet. It looks like they have the ability to wait this out. Now, Ruthless goes right on the back of Shadow. I'm surprised that they didn't shoot at Shadow. Maybe they just didn't see him. And knocked. He goes finally. They do finish off Voltage. Voltage definitely was in a tight spot, and they did all the best they could, but couldn't get out of it. Now FMJ and Ruthless Killers are the only one left. Looks like they might be running a 4v2, as Lady Ruthless Killers are at the disadvantage. They also have to make their way into the new circle. I believe the odds are against Lady Ruthless Killers. FMJ is looking great. So they're taking extra precautions. They are taking out cars for defense. They're even getting hits on Lady Ruthless Killers from that distance. Man, 5 seconds left. Circle's going to be closing in. what will Lady Ruthless Killers do? It's going to be tough for them to find victory, but can they do it? I hope so. I hope to see underdogs win. Let's take a look from Rhea's point of view. Trying to stay low, but the blue zone's hurting a lot, even though the boost is in effect. Just one step at a time. They do get in. They managed to get in. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I thought FMJ would be able to take them out from that movement, but they didn't. So now I think the odds have slightly moved against FMJ, but still FMJ is obviously in the better spot, having all 4 of their members still alive. It's a little bit of a stalemate. No one's taking a risk. Everyone wants to win. They don't care how they get it this way. They're going to be patient, and everyone's prone. No one's going to make themselves quite known unless it's obvious, especially for FMJ. Now, you might see Lady Ruthless Killers make some bolder moves in order to get the advantage on their end. They must realize, but they may not, but I think it's very likely for Lady Ruthless Killers to realize that there is only 2 teams left. They don't know it, but they must think so. Now, here you go. There you go. Lady Ruthless making a push. They had to make a push. They had to take the risk, and it did not work out for them. They do get a knock, but not enough. So FMJ, nice job getting 3, 6, 7, 8 total kills. Lady Ruthless getting 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. And Voltage, that's who I was thinking was going to get the top kills spot, and I might be wrong, given that War is in here. But let's see, Voltage has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 total for them, so they're definitely looking good for that. EX coming in with 3. Vital with 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. Silent Mercenaries, 1 apiece, giving them 4 total. And there's what I was looking at. War, 0 coming in with 7 kills. Jay with 4. And Reaper coming in with 2 as well. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total kills. Nicely done. Impan We Trust coming in with 1. That was interesting. They were in the shed, 2 of them. They were actually getting some kill. They got a kill there using that shed, and they got a knock as well. If it was even teams 2 and 2, they would have won that. Bolt Action Warriors coming in with 4. Naked with 2, 3, 4. XD with 2. Lethal Gamers with 0. ATTP coming in with 4 kills, even though they came in 13th. That's hard to do. SOA with 3, 4 actually as well. Unknown Soldiers with 0. Suspect and his team with 1. Lethal Gamers with 3. Vanguard with 4. FBI with 1. TG with 0. Rebels with 0. Merciless with 1. Vital with 0. And Queens rounding it out with 3. We're going to move on now to the 3rd and final match. This will be in Sandhawk, the smallest map out of all of them. Actually, I don't know if it's smaller than Vikindi. But as you guys may already know, it's really weird. Vikindi is not a custom room map for first person. It is for third person, but not for first. I don't know why that is. It's really kind of strange to me. But any case, we have Sandhawk, and it's going to be quite interesting. I don't know who is the forefront here. Voltage has a lot of kills, and so does War. But I don't know if they are going to be the top spot. The winners, FMJ, of the last match, I can't quite remember where they placed in the first one. If they got like a top 3 or even top 4, then they really put themselves in the forefront. I'd have to take a look back and see what happened there. But who do you guys have winning it all? Who do you think is in the forefront at this moment? Let me know, because I certainly do not. Looks like Guy is typing out for the next room in our Discord. So right when that happens, make sure you guys get it. And there will be 10 minutes, 10 minutes till that begins. I'm going to play some music, I think, if I can. Actually, let's see if there's any, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Let's see if there's any clips from the last match. If anyone clipped it, I'd appreciate it. Yes, we do. I know, I always make that mistake. I gotta realize, cannot do that. But I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I love it. I love that you guys are so supportive. And I'll try to do the best I can. It looks like Ruthless Killers finished them off. And they'll get this loot as well. They lost a member. So that was Lady Ruthless Killers. They beat Tenzi because of that. And they might have lost Diosa because of that as well. But we missed that. And Ray and Bubble Tea are on their own. Not too shabby, though, getting all those kills. Team 18. There's so much stuff going on here. It's such a small circle. Hard to say what was the right move here for a lot of these teams. Here's Naked in the SM. So this is what I want. Thank you guys for clipping this, because I want to see this grenade, how it was being thrown. Going for the knock in the first spot. And Naked returned a grenade, I think, and got a knock. If they survived long enough, that would have been... Naked has two members. They're playing a little bit more defensive than rather if they had all four. And which is giving SM the time. So that's Shane's mistake right there. I'm even gonna pause it. Right there, you see Shane on the right. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, but first, can I? Thank you, Chronic. I just realized because once you hear that, I open the rim. So I'm just in the rim, but I'm gonna go right back to here. So right here, if you see, Shane is peeking and starts his peak right now. And the reason why you don't want to do that is even in first person, you don't want to be stuck out there because the advantage goes to the person who moves first. So the person from SM standpoint can shift over and look over to see Shane. Shane won't realize he shifted over until SM realizes it. So SM will realize it first. It's really weird. It's just the way games are made to revive their players. It's something that you need to realize. And it looks like Bunny will. So here you go. You see the peak out on Shane and gets a hit. Shane probably didn't even see it yet. So okay, all right. I see what happened. I thought the grenade knocked him, and because right when that grenade went off, Naked was down. I don't think that was the case. I could be wrong, actually. Take any shots? Was that realized? I don't think. And didn't take any shots. I can't tell. It might have been the gunfire. It might have been the grenade. Either case, great job from Silent Mercenaries, because they managed to stay all three while beating the team with the advantage that they really need to take that. See what you guys are saying. Don't forget to switch it back. I won't. I will never do that. Why? Okay, I did for a second, but I would have switched it back, I think. Is this customs? Yes, it is custom rims. It's only for registration. So for people who are registered to play. Anyone can register, by the way. If you want to be a part of this and kind of show yourself against the community, you can do so. Just go to the Discord link in my profile. You can do that there. Yeah, guys, I do like the idea of people promoting their team for Discord, so feel free to do that. I wouldn't say promote yourself like by like saying follow me or anything like that on these chats, but I definitely say if you have a Discord, if you're a team that's participating, especially if you're a team that's participating, I certainly don't mind you promoting your Discord page. I hope the more people who watch this will want to go to the teams that they follow and go to your Discord. So if you feel free to do so. Certainly not against it. How did you get that hat? The cat hat? He's talking about the cat hat. I've never taken that cat hat off throughout the entire time I've had it. I don't know where I got it. Where did I get it? I don't remember. It's definitely like an event. You had to do something to get it, obviously. I didn't buy it. So, I don't know. It might be over. Probably is. I've had it for a while now. Let's take a look at the room. 53 in there. Make sure you guys get in as soon as possible. The room is going to begin at 9:35, so that is 6 minutes. So make sure if you guys want to try to get that chicken dinner, finish off the scrim strong, you got to get in there now. Thank you guys for also getting in the rooms. We had over 90 people playing in these scrimmages per game. I really can't really say thank you enough to all these teams here. If you guys don't know some of these guys are the professional teams here. A lot of them are. And some of them are amateur teams trying to make a name for themselves. But I think a lot of these teams here today are teams that we've seen play and come out big here. Let's take a look at some we haven't mentioned yet. In Pan We Trust. I like the logo. This is Kush. I believe Kush is the leader. At least is always the team leader when they register for In Pan We Trust. Yeah, it looks like you're right here. At least for the crew challenge, he's the leader. By the way, guys, if you guys don't know, obviously the crew challenge is going to begin. So make sure your teams are registered for that. It's simple. It's in the game to register. If you guys have any questions on that, definitely can ask us in the community, because that's an easy question to answer. But you should register your teams to Crew Challenge. I believe you can have 6 people total, 4 starters and 2 subs, FPP or TPP. And it's like, I think you pick, at least the last time it was, you pick 2 times to play per day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And out of 4 times you can possibly play. I don't explain that. I didn't explain that well, but you get the point. Join the Crew Challenge. I think it'd be fun for people you play with, friends you may have, stuff like that. War here. War, I don't know how they do it. War, I would say always has some of the most kills in a game. And I don't think that's really something that's outlandish. I believe they have, generally every match, they have the most kills. And sometimes they get first, second, or third, but I wouldn't say often, which that's what boggles my mind, is that they have so many kills and they don't have the top spot on a lot of these matches. And they will get a top spot at the end of the scrimmage because of the kill count. But it's very odd. And I don't know, maybe they're just really overly aggressive. I wouldn't say it's a problem, because you do want kills. But if you take a look at the stats every scrimmage, you'll see that they have a lot of kills, and they might not necessarily have the top spot for them. It's like an anomaly when you see other teams. Like you see, like if you don't rank high, you don't have a lot of kills. If you rank high, you tend to have a lot of kills because you made it that far in the game. But War is just an anomaly. It's not a bad thing though. Ruthless Killers, Lady Ruthless Killers, Diosa, Bubble Tea, Rhea, and Satori. They're obviously run by Monica, I think, who's doing a stream as well. Definitely advise watching hers as well. If Silent Mercenaries, they have a scrim. They have theirs right after ours at 10:30, and it's a really good one. It's hosted by Athena or Jaguar Paw. So definitely advise watching theirs afterwards, or even participating, because theirs is at 10:30. We make sure that we finish ours as soon as possible. We're partners with them, and we want everyone to be able to participate in all scrimmages. There's Vital. Obviously, I was mentioning theirs. They have a Tuesday one. They have a Tuesday scrimmage. It's really good as well, obviously. And I like streaming for them as well. And we have 10:34. So I think, what did I say, 10:35? Yep, 9:35. Sorry, 9:35 is the start. So 1 minute. We got 91 in there. Really appreciate it, you guys. And we're looking good. We're looking good. Looks like Team 22 needs to still get in there. Team 9, I realize what Team 9 happened as. Just a late response to that. There's nothing we can really do about that. Anyway, it's looking great. 90 people. Can't appreciate that enough. And it is 9:35. It's going to start any second. Let me know what you guys think about the scrim. Most scrims are 3 matches. Yep, that is correct. Do we still have open slots for the Thursday duo tournament? Of course we do. Of course we do. We have spots open. Spend a little time on it. This tournament, sponsored by Omelette. It'll be the main event on Omelette's platform. And so like the moment you open the app and you go to live events, ours is going to be the ones that's going to be right on top. Can't wait for it. I think it's going to be great. I think the action's going to be phenomenal. I love duo tournaments. I think it gets a little bit faster and it becomes, it's more personalized in my opinion, because you're not dealing with a whole team. You're dealing with one friend or one partner, and it needs to be a little bit more communication in that end. That being said, it's also, because it's sponsored by Omelette, it's going to have a lot of tokens for the winners. I think it's 250 per player who participates, and that means 500 per team. And it's going to be for the top placement winner and the most kills winner. And if it happens to be the same for both, they get double the tokens. There's going to be tokens giveaways in between. So if you like free things, go for it. Let's take a look at this plane right now. Totally different than the other one. It's now, well, still north to south, but it's going west to east slightly. Pretty much you can land anywhere. The plane line is pretty good for that, and the map is so super small that you got a lot of places you can go. I think we might see a lot of hot drops. Boot Camp and Paradise tends to be those spots. It looks like one team is going to the north West Island. Only one. I'm very surprised by that, given the plane line. But we'll see how everyone does. No one's dropping really west. I mean, some toward the west, but not all the way. Look at all these islands on the left that aren't dropping. We're going to take a view here in Team 15. I don't know what we're looking at, actually. It's very strange, but we're going to get out of that view. And there we go. It looks like SOA already has 3 knocked and 1 member left, and that's it. So SOA quickly taken out by Lethal Gamers. It looks like they weren't able to get a gun quick enough for that. So Team 13 by himself, though. 1 member on Lethal Gamers. Meanwhile, you have FBI getting hit right when he opened the door. Playboy did not make that out there. And it looks like FBI has 2 knock now. And how are they going to move here? So it looks like Lethal Gamers got a few knocks there. Gets another knock. Is he going to get a squad wipe all by himself? We can't miss this if he does. Did he just do? He just did it. He did it before I even got in position. Great job from Lethal Gamers. What's your name? I can't gotta click on you. Dominion. Lethal Gamers, Dominion. Don't forget that name. Just got a squad wipe all by himself. He might have had some help from a third party, but jeez, the odds were certainly stacked against him. I'm gonna take a look over all the way over here. Suspect getting knocked by Team 11. 11 might be making a push. It looks like they are. The revival is key here. Looks like Voltage is just in the other house, peeking over, trying to get some shots on them. Gets a knock on Suspect. Voltage still going strong here. They do have the main building. That's a team player on theirs as well. This is like a little bit of a stalemate, so we're going to move to this spot as well. Oh, it gets hit hard. Actually, we're still here, and it's not looking good for Team 3. Again, we're going to move on over. And as that team was just taken out right there. You have Team 20. This is vital. As everything kind of loads in and renders in smoothly, we'll get more of a better picture here. Team 16, and that is War, who's on this side. Looks like they're being cautious. They're staying, hiding themselves in certain areas, not suspecting to get close to others. Lick Mung there on the left, or right in front of us now. Team leader of War. Looks like this place has not been heavily executed. Team 1 on Naked here. On the outside. Naked Finn hanging by the edge. I don't know if he hears them or not, but definitely in hiding spot right there. Just taking a quick gander. And you have Alone here from Vital, who is knocked. And that is it for Vital. Nope. I lost movement. No. Huh. Okay. I lost my movement on my keyboard. Unfortunate. Well, we're gonna have to follow the players now. Team 5 here. You got IPWT in Pan We Trust. Definitely with a 3-man group. Let's see what the map looks like. You still have Naked technically surrounding Team 20. This is the other Vital team. Looks like their other team got knocked out. Let's see how they do here. Shar gets knocked and is too far from teammates in order to get help. He's trying to look around, find the other ones, but they're not around. It looks like Virus has been taken out by Shane. And it looks like he's going to get picked up as well. So he's trying to get the edge here. Nubs could not strafe hard enough, and Char and Nubs are down. Char taken out Thurston, and so will Nubs in that situation. So now Naked is down to 2 people. Meanwhile, Vital has lost 2 of theirs, or all 3 of theirs, and Chronic is all alone, not looking good for him. Taking a quick look around here. 6 is in a car. He's actually heading pretty close to Team 19. Dangerously close as he drives. And he gets out. He hears the other team right there, and that's another team. That's not his. Does get a knock there, but there was one right on the right. And he's knocked as well. He's trying to finish off the other team. Not going for the thirst quite yet. He knows one member is there. He sees the other one. Sure shot. Ooh. That was great shooting, actually. You know that AKM is going to have some recoil, so you start from the feet and you work your way up. And it looks like Widowmaker might be going for the peak as well. You got to be very careful. It looks like he has teammates, though. Killer has 2 teammates to help him out. And meanwhile, when you go for the thirst, you go for nobody else. That's the problem. Looks like Sure Shot's getting some nice hits on them now. Both teams are in the blue zone, but it does look good for Lethal Gamers. Sure Shot trying to get out of view. Does get a few hits, but not that many. He might go back for more. He's going to take a look. Is this a little bit? There he is. Can he see him? He goes for the no-scope. So Analyze is still in the blue, but that's about it. Team 11 and Team 7 voltage here, and right next to another team, Team 7. They get one knock. Looks like it's bolt action. Another knock. Some fire on the ground. Bojack is right there behind the tree. Ooh, and I don't think Dylan realized that there was another member. So Trooper's coming in second. Seeing if he can find out where they are. Does get hit and knocked as well by Light. So Light coming in handy here, as he is almost completely gone as well. He's going to go for Thirst. Wolf might be coming on over the horizon and does get knocked. So now you have no sense from BAW. Trying to hold the fort. Suppress fire on these rocks. I think he heard the... He's trying to go for the revival. It's a very, very risky move, but it might work out. Ooh, Wolf there trying to shoot on the back, but didn't get a hit. Oh man, he's really going for it all. He's getting a Thirst there. Wolf there on the left. What is he going to do? Is he going to back out, or is he going to come back in? I don't even know how he got hit there. Oh, he's not getting hit. So Wolf almost getting surrounded. Shooting through the... Did not do that quick enough. Wolves, though. Let's see what Wolf's looking at. He's in the blue. He needs to heal up. No scope. Oh, it looks like he's stream sniping. So, or somebody is. Might not be Wolf, but somebody in the vicinity. So here we go, Team 24. They're just trying to get into the new zone. Nothing much after that. They do have Team 17 actually on their left, who may or may not see them back. It doesn't seem like it. I think being alone here, he's heading toward them. He's definitely heading toward them. This is Satori, so she needs to figure out what to do next. She's playing that solo match right now, losing all of her members. She's heading into the next place. Hopefully she will continue on. Everyone's separated, even though there's a lot of them are in the blue zone. And we're going to stay here just for the moment, because I believe Team 24 is going to see them, especially Team 24 looking in their direction. Trying to go for the revival. It's a very, very risky move, but it might work out. I don't like hear doubling me. I don't want to hear that right now. Wolf there, trying to shoot on the back, but didn't get a hit. So there you go. Oh man, he's really going for it all. Actually, that might be me. There, Wolf there on. That was me actually. So no one's stream sniping. Just me being an idiot. So we have Team 17 handing out. It looks like Team 24 realizes that she's there. Let's see if they're looking at the same house. Well, this member is way off beaten track. Needs to make his way in. Kind of hit a slow part as everyone's still making their way into the circle and not really battling it out at the moment. ATTP has full members but not full health. I wonder if they're having issues finding boosters, because that's what it seems to be. A lot of them not boosted up quite yet. Team 8 is a little bit ahead of them, but a little bit off the beaten track. They might not actually see each other even if they get into this new zone. This is Vanguard, and it looks like they are shooting now. They are getting some hits onto ATTP. Maclet is the one closest and half health. Oh, good. We got control. I love it. So now let's take a look. ATTP Ward Wizard. Ooh, this might be a nice move. I can't wait to see if this works out. Looks like they had a similar idea though. Vanguard's on their left. They didn't get the complete surrounding, and they get knocked instead. Wizard downed. Maclet's still up and downed as well, and they didn't manage to get a knock on either of them. Wizard wanted to come back. back cannot do so. They throw a fire to prevent them from coming back. And it doesn't look like Mackless going to get picked up. It looks like the rest of the team is going to leave him behind. It's sad, but the truth is, it was not going to be possible to pick him up at this situation. So they're being cautious, but that's it. Unknown soldiers still with all their members. And they're just hiding out right now. They're waiting for these circles to close. There's still 10 whole teams here. No, you're not whole teams, but there's still 10 teams. Whoa, how did we get here? Still 10 teams. We're going to take a look at Team 7, because Team 2 is right on that edge. So here you have FMJ, your winners of the second round. And Team 7 coming in real close. Oh my god. Oh my god, FMJ just hiding out. And obviously that's a signal to the rest of their team that there are members around. Team 7, you can see them already on that map coming in a little closer. And it looks like Zebra just wanted to get the finish. Was certainly not difficult too, as the rest of Team 7, Bolt Action Warriors, were not close enough to get hits on them. So Team 7's looking actually pretty good, even with that knock and thirst. They have the same amount of players FMJ does, and the only thing better than that, though, is that they have the position to get into the new circle if they want to. Meanwhile, FMJ has to barrel through. Oh, he's getting shot from the back. So that position that was working out very well is no longer, and Bojack needs to heal up and guard himself from two angles now, from FMJ, what appears to be unknown soldiers on the back. Yeah, certainly good luck to everybody. All these teams have certainly competed well. I haven't seen that many mistakes, honestly, in these. Ooh, I wouldn't call that a mistake, but certainly was not good for Bolt Action Warriors. Bojack just peeking. Gets a shot off, but not enough, and gets knocked. The smoke's a little short. Looks like maybe that's just a way to get in, and no sense is trying to make it in. FMJ also coming in at the same time, and they might see the smoke and see them in the right, but they're not. FMJ is actually just going to play the safe, around the edge of the circle and make their way toward the new one. Bolt Action Warriors need to figure out how to get in now. Wow, there's a lot of gunfire, and I have no idea where it's coming from. Oh, trying to get an angle here. He's moving around. So let's see. Here you go, Vanguard getting knocked. And with that grenade too, just in the nick of time. Someone grabbed the vehicle from a flare gun. Another grenade. War's really putting on the fire. And Nikos is the only one left on Vanguard now against pretty much a full team of War. Nikos does get a few hits there, but not enough. So Reaper finishes it off even with the health that he has. So Reyes needs to use that first aid to heal himself. There's some shots in the back. Sees one right there. Gets one hit, but that's it. He needs to figure out another way, and does. His teammates help out and finish off the rest. Even though, oh, he's trying to defend his player, but at the same time gets knocked. And turns into a snowman. Team 24, one member left, and that is it. It looks like FMJ, even though they're running with two people now, still getting kills, still finishing off teams. So here you are with War. They just beat, I think was Lethal Gamers there on the other end. Or no, it's Vanguard. Just beat Vanguard. They're still in the same place. They do have the circle, so they don't have to worry about that. Meanwhile, ATTP in view as Jay is looking over. Okay, he's trying to be careful not to just look at one spot. Gotta be careful of your surroundings. Don't want to be overly angled to one spot and to be completely open to another. So here you have ATTP. They have two members. Compared to War, they're going to have to figure out something. They do have the circle, and it doesn't look like War is going to make a push to them, because then that means they're pushing out of the circle. taking a few shots there to no avail, no hits. Zoom in on this map so we can get a really good idea of where everyone is. Team 13 on the edge, Team 4 in the new circle with 5 and 16, and Team 2 is making their way in now. So Team 16, who is War, are really going to be the focal point in this situation. So it looks like ATTP are the main ones battling it with War. They have the height, and they do have the edge of the circle. At the same time, they got to watch out for that third party, and there you go. Actually, the third party is War, and Team 4 was actually shooting at a different team entirely. So they're shooting at FMJ on the right, and War in front. Let's take a look at InPan We Trust here. They still got all 3 of their members. They started with 3 and still got them. They got 3 kills. That's not a bad chunk right now. I think they're hoping for more to get a better position in the rankings. InPan We Trust still looking over. The new circle will determine a lot here, and it does go in the favor of Team 2 and Team 4. Let's take a look at Team 16, as that is War. War still shooting at FMJ there, and they have to be careful of ATTP on the top. Ooh, almost getting a knock on one of them and not get the finishing touch. ATTP is in major trouble. They have to make their way in somehow without being in War's grip, to say a lack of a better word there. War is knocked. And he's getting picked up. Let's see what Jay does. Jay's right there next to him. What is going on here? There you go, InPan We Trust. Getting shot from multiple angles. Kid just survives that long enough, but it looks like Lick Mung is coming in from the back and finishes him off. So InPan We Trust is out of here. War survives it, and that leaves ATTP and I believe FMJ on the distance. Now ATTP is one man standing, trying to get in, and he does. So using that time where InPan We Trust was taking their attention, never mind, War takes them out as well. No big deal to them, as they keep going to 2 teams left. FMJ trying to shoot some from a long distance, and they are certainly not in the better spot. Yes, they are both in the circle, but it does look like War will have the new circle as well. If things can't get much better for War here, they had all 4 of their members. FMJ only has 2. One just got knocked, needs to heal up. The zone will close on them in 30 seconds. Not looking good. Can they defeat the odds? I don't know. I hope so, but it's going to be tough. Definitely going to be tough. There you go. This is it. When these seconds turn up, they're hoping that there's more teams out there to battle, and it is not going to happen. And they're going to have to make their way out. 2 teams left, 6 total, 4 on one, 2 on the other. And this zone is closing in now. He's making his way over. He's getting shot on the tree. It's hurting them a lot. They have no chance. They're not even going to try to run it. They have given up the idea of winning, and War takes it. Just too big of an uphill battle to overcome. And War coming in with a lot of kills, as they were the main focal point for a lot of those circles. A lot of teams coming in to try to take them out, and no one could. Zero was 6. Lick Mung with 3. Nice job. That gives them a total of 12 right there. FMJ with 4 from Hype, and Zebra with 3. Nice job. 4, 5, 6, 7 total. ATTP with Maclet leading the way with 4 kills, and Rista getting 1, giving them a total of 5. 4th place comes in with 3 from Kid, giving them 3 total. Dominion, love it. So Dominion probably did get those 2 squad wipes. I love that. I love how they did that. He gets 8 kills all by himself. Amazing. Nicely played. Unknown Soldiers coming in with 2, 3, 4, 5. XD with 2, 3, 4, 5 as well, in the same way, same fashion. Top Gun with 3, Vanguard with 3, Bolt Action Warriors, Shape Dota, 4 kills. No Sense with 4, nice, giving them a total of 10. Ruthless Killers with 0, EX with 3, Voltage with 4, 5, 6, Lethal Gamers with 2, Rebels with 1, Queens with 3, Vital with 2, Naked with 3, Vital with 0, Suspect and his team with 1, Silent Mercenaries with 0, FBI with 2, and SOA with 0. And that is how it finishes. Calculations will be done either tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll give that to you guys as soon as we come up with it. Silent Mercenaries are about to begin. Ooh, we really ended short. Nice, 2 hours exact, guys. That was 2 hours exact. Doesn't get much easier than that, especially with all the people who joined in very early. Thank you for doing that. So 10:30 in a half hour will be the Silent Mercenary scrimmage. I hope you guys are going to watch that. I hope you guys are participating in it. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy what they provide. If you guys don't know how to get there, go to All Scrims and you'll see it there. Go to our Discord in general. I'd appreciate if you guys did. You can talk to the community. You can be a part of Naked. You can sign up for scrimmages. You can sign up for our tournament, Thurston Thursdays. That's right. We're having a whole new tournament. Be the first ones to join the first tournament we provide with a duos tournament called Thurston Thursdays. It'll be sponsored by Omelette. We talked to them about getting an event that everyone will enjoy, get the most people involved, and we came up with this idea of having a duos tournament where you can be in different clans, where you can get tokens for prizes, where you can get tokens for giveaways. I'm kind of hoping to make this as big as what the Gaming Beast did early back. I don't know if you guys were a part of that that far back in Omelette Arcade. There was a person called the Gaming Beast. He really ran a great event, and we're hoping to make it as big as that. So it might not happen this time around. It might not happen next time around. No one can do it like he did, but we hope to make it something like that and make it really a fun place for you guys to watch and to play in. So definitely register for that. It's in our Discord, and our Discord link, if you haven't been there yet, is in the profiles of Omelette Arcade and Twitter. Thank you to all the teams participating. As always, you guys are the best. Doesn't get much better to have everybody there who we all know and love, and all the new teams that come in, definitely showing what they got. Really appreciate you guys joining in. We're hoping to have more new teams. We're hoping to have those veteran teams kind of show up and taking out all these and making a name for themselves even more. So thank you again. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions, you can always shout out to me or the rest of Naked on Discord. Appreciate it. Have a great night, and hope to see you guys there for the Silent Mercenaries. I am Naked H Crusader. This is Naked eSports with the Naked Pro Scrims. Later.